Welcome to Tech Fever, Play Everything's weekly tech podcast where we talk about the tech news of the week, everything from home theater to smart home to AI and robots and everything in between. Every episode we'll give you our favorite tech picks of the week, the best tech steals of the week, and if you want to get your question read live on air, which I appreciate, a lot of questions this week, you can send them to TechFeverPodcast@gmail.com. Send them in, keep them coming. I love it. I'm your host, Mike Doherty, and alongside me always is the illustrious Kevin Coello.
Oh, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. The dog and the cat.
I got money on the cat.
You know how it is. On the what?
On the cat?
That's a stupid bet. The dog weighs like easily 5 times as much as the...
Thomas will fuck him up.
No, he doesn't use his claws. So here's the thing. Every time I berate the viewers, the listeners, you're always like, hey, you're going too far. You keep insulting them.
Never said that.
I'm telling you, these perverts like it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, but like, oh man, never mind. I was gonna make a joke. Nah, never said that. I appreciate it. You know what? It worked. So keep sending in those questions.
Yeah,
we appreciate it, and if not, you're a fucking coward.
That's right.
Kevin, how you doing? How you doing this week?
I'm good. I wish the dog and the cat were getting along better, but I mean, it's close. The dog really likes the cat. The cat has no interest in the dog whatsoever.
Isn't that how it goes?
Really...
You ever have a cat and a dog get along? I haven't.
I mean, we're on the edge of it. I've got some pictures on my phone where one of them is sleeping, the other one's kind of laying next to him, and then moments later, after the picture was taken, the cat wakes up and is like, "Nah, fuck this," and runs away. But we're close, is what I'm saying. You know?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, at least it's not. I had a husky and I had a little baby cat. Did I ever show you that video? And then, like, we're trying to warm them up to each other, and then it just, like, whips them around, like, throws them into his mouth. Yeah, it was bad.
How many cats were murdered in your household?
Quite a few.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Was the cat okay?
Yeah, the cat was fine. You know, it wasn't like when my dad threw a knife at the cat and jumped on the counter. He didn't mean to hurt it. You know what I mean? Well, at least I don't think he meant to hurt it.
Just to be clear, he did. Rest in peace, your father. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Why'd you throw that in there?
I don't know, because I was talking about him murdering a cat. It's my like bad. Restart.
It's like when you were
We've been doing this for like 2 minutes. Cut it and restart. My bad.
It's like when you were making fun of my mom with cancer. You know what I mean? Remember that?
What do you mean? I wasn't making fun of her cancer.
Remember that?
I was making fun of you being useless, going to help her. You know, let's see. They get along so well.
Portrait mode and everything. So blurry.
It is portrait mode. Look at the background. It's blurred.
I love how you still defend it.
I mean, it's not that I'm to defend it. I use it. Wait, do you want to restart? I won't talk about your dad. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Why are you why'd you call me out on it?
Because I'm trying to make a joke about it.
What?
To make it even more awkward. The dead dad.
Well, I mean, I'm making fun of him for killing a cat. Then it's like, oh, well, you know, he died recently. I'm sorry.
It's good.
That's like if I make fun of my dad, I'd still have to be like, yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But my dad never murdered a cat.
I understand. Oh, people must be like, what the fuck is this show?
No, but for reals, I'm sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it. I mean, okay, never mind. Kevin,
I'm just so you know, I'm not good with like.
I'm not either.
I don't know, because like everyone, like on our show recently, I mentioned that like we were talking about something got canceled, and I was like, and this sucks. This got canceled, and my grandma died. Worst summer ever. And people like it's the first time I mentioned it, so they were kind of caught off guard.
I love it. I'm the same way. I can't handle anything like that, like without like making a joke or
not
like
real adults.
No, I'm terrible at it. But yeah. So Kevin, any new tech you've been playing with for the week?
No, I thought today about going to see if I can get one of those. God damn it! Hold on, I dropped the vitamin D3 pill.
Well,
I really want to get a Chrome. What is it called? Come on.
The new Chromecast. Those are real popular right now.
Yeah. Because also like every review I'm seeing says it's the bee's knees. You know.
Yeah, but how good is like that's the thing with these things. It's like, okay, yeah, it's awesome, but like most TVs have most of that built in already.
Yeah, but like again, that won't work with your Hue sinks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, with that specific argument, yes, that is what they're
And
useful
that's
for.
FYI, that's one of the most important arguments I can make. Where it's like I need these all to work. And I'm not a big fan of the, Chromecast. Like I've learned to deal with it, but if I could have an app where it's all incorporated, that'd be cool, That'd be a cool thing.
What's all incorporated? I'm trying to figure out.
If on the app I could like blade through things again. Like that's one of the things Paula misses the most. She's often like, "Hey, let's see what's on Hulu."
You gotta
And I'd
get
be
on your
like,
fucking phone.
You gotta do it on the iPad, sweetie. And she's like, I want to see it on the TV. I was like, we can watch it on
Why do you want
TV.
another fucking remote? Why do you want an interface? You love the OG
Oh, no,
Chromecast.
I'll incorporate it or Harmony or something.
Look at how he changed his fucking tone, ladies and gentlemen. Again,
I mean,
Kevin Coello with the flip flop in. You're like, why do we need another one of these?
Did I say I wasn't going to buy this? No, I was talking about the phone.
You said I'm probably not going to buy this. And then I was like, yes, you are.
No, I think we were talking about the lights. You're talking about
that too. The Google Lights and the Google Watch. Look,
well,
these are flip flopper. You make these stands.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. It was definitely the Google Watch.
No.
Which
there's been multiple. There's been multiple discussions.
I don't think so. I think you're just making things up, and these kids watch so infrequently they don't know. You know what I
mean? So you are gonna get it. It looks like. It sounds like.
I mean, I was thinking about it. How much is it? What, like $50? I know it's a news story, so I don't want to trample all over that.
No, you're not. Yeah, it's $50. 50 bones. Not too bad.
But you got a Chromecast. Very reasonable. Very reasonable. What?
But you got a Chromecast.
Yeah, I'll toss it away. I'll find a different TV to put it on. You know what I mean?
It's true, but I don't know how many TVs you have in your house. I think
this little one that's sideways doesn't have its own Chromecast. You know what I'm saying?
You're making good points. You're making really valid points.
What I've legitimately thought of doing is creating a folder in my Google Photos specifically for wallpapers and then putting it on this TV so that this has different wallpapers rotating every so often.
Yeah, not bad.
You know what I mean? That seems like a cool, little cool thing to have right there.
You got a little frame on them on Photoshop. You know what I mean?
No, that's too far. That's dumb. No. So you took a good idea. You pulled your pants down. You took a shit in the middle of the room. No. Everyone's running out because it stinks.
Here's the thing.
It's a stinky idea. Is what you just did.
Well, lifestyle TVs are so in right now. Which, by the way, I just saw the Zero live in action.
Is that the one that flips?
Yeah, the rotating one.
Do they have those in your Best Buy?
Only 2 stores in the entire Bay Area have them, which is our store in Tracy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they have a display model on?
As in a display. Yeah. And so I didn't
show that to someone and convince them to spend their money on it.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I'm gonna go grab a beer.
You go do that. But I mean, that's what I've seen. I've seen 2 things this week that I've been kind of playing with. And one was the actual Zero, which I still think is so fucking stupid. For those of you who don't know what the Zero is, it's a Samsung TV that comes in 43 inches and it rotates like your phone, and you can go through Instagram around your phone. It like integrates completely with your phone. You use it for fitness.
Rotates automatically.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. If you flip your phone like that, it can rotate, and then you can rotate it through the actual remote control.
Sure.
You can do the Samsung Fitness stuff on it. If you're into that, like little yoga classes, and it's going to be a vertical TV. It's a really interesting concept, but I don't know. It's weird that we're now getting to the point where TVs are so good. We're seeing these lifestyle TVs, like the wall.
You keep saying that, but I don't know what it means.
It's the design ones, like the Terrace from Samsung. Like Samsung's going hard on it. The frame from Samsung. The Terrace is the outdoor TV. The frame is to incorporate more into your lifestyle. It's not just a black box on your wall. It does more than just, TV. So like with the frame, you can integrate pictures into where it's always on in a super low power mode to where it displays photos. So when the TV's off, it's not really off, but you use it like a picture frame. And you can buy little extra bezels. The Zero,
you have
which is going to be...
You have an LG, right?
Yes, I have this C9.
You know what the default state is, where it has different paintings in frames?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty close. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. like the Samsung one's actually really impressive with the frame because you can control the color tone and the brightness on each individual picture, and you can add a own customizable matte to it.
Is it not that expensive?
The frame's pretty expensive. It's less expensive than it was. It comes with the no gap wall mount, so like it looks like a picture frame. It's actually really cool if you're into it, and it has the one connect box with the single wire, which is the frustrating part, but it's what makes it work.
Box.
It's what makes the no gap really work. But it looks exactly like a picture frame when it's on, and then you can choose your own photos, or you can buy artwork from their little art store. And then you have the Zero, which is what we're talking about now, which integrates with your smartphone completely, so it goes vertical, and you can go use Twitter or Instagram and not have the black bars, or you can throw up like some kind of fitness stuff on it. I don't know anything about that, so I can't really speak to that 100%. But the little yoga classes, just like when Apple announced the Apple Fitness, you have Samsung with their Samsung Fitness, and then like what's the Peloton? I think you can do Peloton stuff on it as well.
Yeah.
And then the Terrace, which is like their outdoor TV. LG's doing the wallpaper TV, which is the OLED, which is basically like the frame, but it comes with a sound bar. I don't know. It's just really interesting time.
I feel like the Samsung's the only one that's going all crazy with this, because I feel like the wallpaper one is just, hey, this is without a frame. It's just the LED panel, pretty much. The OLED panel that you just stick on the wall.
Well, here's the thing, though. Anything above the CX is design features. So, I mean, you have the gallery, which is like the wallpaper without the soundbar, and then you have the wallpaper. I don't know. I think we're going to see more and more of this kind of stuff.
They also have the R, right?
Yes, and then the rollable. Yeah, that's a lifestyle one too. I forgot all about that.
I have actually one more. What is it? Because the wallpaper is W. R. Is there an X? No, because that would be XX, which would sound cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Let me see. I
could have sworn they had one more variant. God, that wallpaper one is fucking stunning.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the answer to this.
But isn't it also like $30,000?
Yeah, no. And that's the thing. Oh, the ZX, which is the 8K,
right? Which is in fact $30,000.
Yes, the price of like a baseline Tesla, which is awesome.
Nobody gets it at that price, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, that one's not necessarily a lifestyle one. I'm interested to see how this 8K.
You don't think the 8K counts as lifestyle? I feel like that's such a niche market.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting cheaper, especially on the LED side. The OLED side, you're not going to see it cheaper for a while.
Dude, the Serif is so weird looking. You know the Samsung Serif, the one that's on like, it looks like a fake easel.
Oh yeah, and that's another one. Yeah, the art, like the studio one.
Yeah,
Samsung's interesting.
I mean, they're playing around with stuff, which is, it's better than not. But at the same time,
it is.
I wonder.
Oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say, I wonder at what point are they gonna have these TVs for like super cheap, and people are gonna have weird TVs because like they bought it on super sale.
Yeah, I don't know who's buying these. I mean, it's not like they're manufacturing a ton of these. You know,
sure.
They're really not, and that's the thing with the Zero, where it's interesting that again, in the entire Bay Area, there's only 2 stores that have that on display. One of them being Tracy, which isn't even really Bay Area. I don't know who that's for. It is impressive though, but I don't know how long it lasts. Like, when does that break down? It's Samsung, and their reliability is not great.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see.
The ZX has that giant box at the bottom. It's huge. Not as big as your PlayStation 5, right?
Well, and that's the thing. You think 8K is really going to be moved by gaming? Like, I feel like gaming is going to be the first to lead the charge on any kind of 8K.
What? No.
Yeah, 100%. Because what are we going to be shooting in? Like, I think that's going to be that's the first thing that was marketed as 8K.
Maybe then.
Right? Other than the actual TVs themselves.
Yeah, this thing's real pretty.
Well, what are you looking at?
Fucking
the ZX?
The XZ or the ZX. Yeah, 30,000. That's something scary to see. You know, you look at that price and you're like, oh, That's a big number.
I'm trying to get it up here.
You can go down for the way more reasonable 77 for 20,000.
No, it's not 20,000 for the AK. It's way less than that. It's like 4,000
for the AK.
No, not they don't have an AK-77.
Yeah, they do. Once again, Cheeks wrong. God.
Well, that framing is off.
Yeah, real off.
And then I was playing with, or not playing, I was able to kind of see what the TCL, which this is my tech pick of the week, for anybody who's looking for a budget TV. The 65-inch 6 series from TCL, the new one, going for $899. Again, TCL, I would always recommend an OLED, but if you don't have the money for it, the TCL 6 series is really impressive with the mini LED technology that they have in there. Like, immensely impressive. Again, reliability on that, not entirely sure how long that's going to last you. It's not going to last you as long as something like an OLED or one of the main big 3 LEDs. But again, for $899, 65-inch 4K, you get pretty good black levels on it. I wouldn't say they're super inky, but they're better than a standard LED. Especially if you're looking to get a one of the next generation consoles right now and you're looking to upgrade your TV with them. I mean, this is a great price. You can get this and the PS5 or Xbox One for, under 15.
Now, does it do the 120 hertz that everyone loves so much?
It does variable refresh rate.
I don't know what that means.
So I believe so. Fill time. I'm gonna look that up.
So variable. So looking into this more, the LG Signature ZX in 70 inches 8K is definitely real. So once again, Cheeks very much wrong. It's very embarrassing. His camera also has way too much light. I don't know what's going on with that.
It doesn't stay. It's weird. On the OBS, it doesn't stay with the settings that I have it.
Excuses, you know what I mean? I know for a fact he has a cam link and some sort of camera that he can use. He might have to crop, but it's possible. You know? But he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it for you, and that's fucked up.
See, I'm only finding stuff on the old one, which we know is only 60 hertz.
Well, I mean, aren't you in charge of selling these, or you know what I mean?
I mean, it just came out.
Trying to reveal to everyone the Best Buy doesn't know.
Awesome, thanks for that.
What?
I can't find it. Hold on. I'll confirm by the end of the show. End of the show, I'll have that answer for you.
I doubt it. Now, did you see the link that I sent you where it clearly shows the 77-inch ZX?
That is interesting. I haven't seen this before.
Another thing that Best Buy didn't know.
They do. $20,000 though. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. For a way more reasonable, $20,000. Jesus.
I gotta fix. God damn it.
Tim says it looks beautiful though, you know?
Where's it on display?
No. Remember, he went to NVIDIA. Did you not see this?
No. Did not see this.
Okay, you remember when the NVIDIA launched the 2030 or the 3080?
Correct. I do remember this.
Did you watch the announcement video?
I watched your guys' react. No. Kind of. Not. I didn't watch it. I watched.
Okay. If you watched it, you would know that Kind of Funny was one of the people that were there testing it out.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. Andy and Tim went over to NVIDIA somewhere, and they got to play it on the LG 88-inch 8K monitors.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no. He said it was. He came back and he was like, "That's too much money to spend on a display, the 88-inch."
It's
but he really, really wishes it wasn't that expensive. Like he wanted it. He wanted it bad.
We'll get it. We'll get there. Give it a couple years. You know what I mean? These things will come down.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're always crazy. I don't think they've ever been this crazy though.
I don't know. I think plasmas.
Really?
When the like 65-inch plasmas when they first came out.
I remember them being more like $10,000.
Yeah, probably.
But I was a kid then, so $10,000 sounded like a lot.
Let's see here. But yeah, so that's why I've been kind of saying again. I think that's a good way to go. If you're looking to get a more budget TV, even if it doesn't have 120 hertz, you're still getting 4K. And at that price, to be honest, 120 hertz, you're probably not going to get on the TV.
But here's the thing, Cheese. If someone came up to you and they were like, "Hey, man, should I buy this TV like this, or should I save more and buy a CX?" What do you tell?
I always recommend saving. Like if you're gonna spend the money and it's gonna be with you for a long time, I always recommend saving. But some people, they just, they're not willing to spend the money.
New consoles are coming out in the next month. That's a big deal, Like that's some real stuff. Where it's like if you don't have a TV that can display it properly, you're not going to feel how perfect and beautiful it is. The other day I was playing on that little guy right there. I had it flipped down playing Ghost of Tsushima. And it was in 1080. Oh my God, that game looks like crap. That is not a good looking game. It's so weird because I've only ever seen it in 4K.
It's not a good looking game.
HDR.
Even in 4K HDR, the character models do not look good. And it's also like 4K, where it's not real 4K.
Look, it looked great on my TV. I don't know if that's because I have the super sampling on or whatever. It looked good.
Yeah.
And looking at it on a not 4K display, I was like, ooh.
I can't confirm it. The 6 Series TCL from this year does have a 120 hertz refresh rate.
Confirmed. So it's probably got a 2.1 HDMI in.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
But so does the CX,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Always save. If you're looking at it, just save your money.
I feel like the CX is the first time I think that it's like, that's a great one to buy, and you're going to be safe for a pretty decent amount of time,
Yes. No, 100%.
With the 2.1, 120 hertz.
You want the I get it if you want the budget. And again, 120 hertz, 4K, mini LED, QLED. That's a good display if you're not willing to spend the money on an OLED. But, I mean, for our deals of the week, what do we have? We have the 55-inch Vizio OLED, $100 off right now at Best Buy. A little over $1,000, $1,200. I mean, that's a pretty reasonably priced OLED. What was that?
So that's 20% over $1,000.
Yeah.
If someone was going to say, like, I'm going to eat 20% of your body, that's not a little bit,
No, I know, but I'm saying for
saying.
OLED, this is a good way to go. Or again, it's probably way more than half of what the budget of like a TCL, but 65-inch BX, $2,000 right now at Best Buy, $300 off. So those are kind of the tech deals of the week. If you're looking for any tech deals, a lot of TVs, not a bunch of computer sales going on right now because they're so popular. Why put them on sale? You know what I mean?
Right. Everyone's all about them.
Also, I do have a confirmation. The original plasma TV that came out was $15,000.
There you go. A lot less than 30.
Yeah, but it was.
I don't know how inflation works, but
a lot smaller.
It's true.
42 inches.
Oof.
So I mean, comparatively, they're more expensive.
Well, I mean, they didn't have big screen technology back then. It was all laser displays.
Kevin, you ready to talk some tech?
Yep.
All right. Well, leading into the first story, we actually have a listener question. This is from Josh Dunick.
I fucking knew it. My boy Josh.
Google reveal event just happened and we didn't hear/see a bit of the Pixel Watch. Do you think we ever will? If you care about my thoughts on the event, I was fairly underwhelmed, except for some of the features coming to the Pixel phone, portrait lighting, but love the presentation style and appearance of the presentation itself. Love the show and your number one question asker, Josh.
There it is.
Kevin. We were speculating on what this was going to be. And what we got, I agree
was
with
exactly
Josh.
Everything that was leaked.
Yeah, it was so underwhelming.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's like, man, Google has to either get better at like keeping its stuff under wraps, or I don't know, maybe stop doing events. Like if everything about it is all like, it's cool because this round of stuff, like I've heard a lot of positive things about the speaker. I've read a lot of positive things about the speaker and the Chromecast, the Sabrina.
No, it's still Chromecast, but yeah, the name
No,
was
I
Sabrina.
know, but it just I need to distinguish it.
Yes, the Sabrina. Google Sabrina.
Yeah.
Sabrina.
So yeah, all right. A lot of positive things there, and like the 4A 5G looks cool, and the 5 it's a budget of like minded, almost top tier phone. So it's in a good spot. So like overall, fine, great. They already came out with the 4A, which is like the cheapest phone for like what you're getting. So overall, the event, I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it's pointless. It would have been cool to see something like radically different come out of there, like the watch. But at the same time, we don't want to watch from Google. You know?
That's surprising hearing it come from you.
Well, I mean, other companies are doing it better. Just like I don't want lights from Google. Like other companies are doing it better, and Google's not going to do it well.
What was that? Other people are doing phones better. Like I don't understand.
Whoa! Shut your mouth. What company? What company's doing phones better?
Samsung, Apple.
No bullshit. You
Sony,
have now
Sony.
used
like
all of them.
To me, if somebody was saying, "Hey, is the Pixel 5 worth it?" I'd say get the Xperia 1 2 or the Xperia 5 2. Stupid fucking name. God, they gotta fix.
Yeah, look, they're terrible.
All
names.
These companies need to fix their fucking names. I feel like iPhone's the only one who's doing it good.
Yeah, with the SE and the C and all the other S's and the
SE is there, but
SXL.
it's not hard to explain. Here's this is what I don't understand about Google.
They got a mini coming.
Here is the Pixel 5, our flagship, right? And it's not flagship specs. It really isn't. Like you're going from Snapdragon 865 down to 765. You're not getting waterproofing. I mean, you're getting
wait. No, the 5 does have waterproofing, right? I think it's the 4.
The 4 5G. Yeah, you're right. So this one does have waterproofing. I mean, it's not impressive.
The wireless charging.
It's just, I mean, for $700, fine.
But the specs are great for $700. That's the thing.
Sure, but
a lot of the budget things that are cut out with $700 range phones are usually cut out. It's the wireless charging. It's the
waterproofing.
Well, the Snapdragon. Well, no, it does have the. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Feel like that's more ambiguous, like standard now.
90 hertz refresh rate.
That's also a positive that normally gets cut out. I think for cheaper when you're going for the cheaper phone.
Look,
this is a really good middle tier phone.
I agree with you, but this is the 5. This is supposed to be their flagship. So now you just unveiled 2 middle tier phones.
I really feel like they fucked up all of their line out with all this COVID stuff. Because I have a feeling that we're gonna get a 5 XL at some point, in the same way we're getting a 4.
That's what I'm saying.
XL. It's called 5G.
Stupid. Its name is 5XL.
It's really bad.
5G.
It sucks because I really feel like Pixel, they were on top of it, where it's like, hey,
I agree.
They have the Pixel standard, they have the XL, and then they came out with an A version, which is like a half step, and like that's great. Keep that going. Now they're adding all this 5G, and I don't know. In 6 months, are we gonna get an announcement for the 5 XL? Maybe. In which case, like, man, it sucks that like my preferred phone size, which has always been the XL, is gonna be possibly on the like off new generation.
It pisses me off because the XL should just be the bigger screen variant. Like it shouldn't be the more powerful one, because what if you want the more powerful one in the smaller size? That's what I'm saying, is they fucked up everything. They just announced 2 mid-tier phones. Like how's that exciting anybody? How is that, like with Apple?
The thing is,
Apple
what they're going for.
Apple and Samsung leads with their top tier, and then they'll announce their kind of mid-tier.
Yeah, but Samsung did the exact same thing with the Ultra and the what are they called? There's the 20 Ultra and the 20.
Yeah, but
right.
Yeah, the Ultra, so that's their premium. That's what I'm saying. They gave you a premium option instead of.
But then they came out like 2 weeks later and put out the Flip.
Yeah, but
the Note. I'm sorry, the Note, right? Because now they have a Note and a Note Ultra. So now I feel like they're fucking up the name of the Note because that used to always be their flagship. Now it's Note Ultra, which
It
is
was
the
never
flagship.
their flagship.
Yeah, it was. That was always their biggest, best phone. Come on.
Yeah, no, it wasn't ever really their flagship. But at the same time, you're still getting flagship specs on both those things, and yeah, they're expensive. But that's what you expect from like a flagship phone. Whereas to me, it just didn't make sense to me. Where it's like, why are you making the 5 a middle tier phone?
It's
like
because of the price.
What I know, but
so
what's
they
the
can
point
come
of the
out and-
Pixel 4a? Like that's what I'm saying. What's the price? What's the point of all
Dude,
this?
that's the thing. There is a need for that price right now. The
100%.
350 price.
100%.
There is a need for the 700. And when they come out with another flagship like style phone, like top tier, using whatever current highest standard Snapdragon is the one that like exists at the time, I think that we're gonna get the XL back, and I think it's gonna come in at like $1,000 to $1,200, like the previous XLs have been.
I feel like they're messing up, like you were saying, in their kind of their gameplay.
Hopefully,
the 5 and then the 5A, I feel like would have been a better announcement. Like, give me the 5, the premium, the flagship,
totally.
and then the 5A, which is this essentially. This is essentially what the 5A would be. That's what makes no sense.
I think that that's right, but I also think that I think that right now, because of all the phones that have come out from the big three, right?
So many.
And like, how many of them are hitting the $700 price range?
No, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like so many people have like all the big companies are focusing on like what crazy things can we put in here. We're charging $1,500, $2,000 for these phones. That like I really think that like Google Pixel people saw an opportunity to be like, we need to come in here and have like this little sidestep of a cheaper phone. I do think that they're going to get back to it. And I hope they're experimenting with like the flip phones too, or not flip phones, but the OLED like bendable phones.
Yeah, I mean,
fold style.
I would just say go with the Xperia 5.2, to be honest, and you get a free pair of headphones. Like, to me, and it's as close as to stock Android as you can get on a phone.
It is very close. Yeah. It's very close.
Opposed
How much
to
is it,
Samsung. That's what I'm trying to look up right now. I actually
it looks like $1,000. So I mean, is the screen worth that $300 difference? Oh wait, no.
Well, you get free headphones. There's a lot of bundles going on right now as well.
Yeah, but who's gonna get those? Those are like big ass headphones. Are you talking about the JBL deal that?
No, it's the M3s or the M4s headphones.
Oh, okay,
they're like flagship.
This is crazy. B&H has a deal right now that's $950. You get the phone plus a battery and JBL headphones with a mic.
Yeah, I mean,
and then here's the thing: it does not work for Sprint,
and it's waterproof.
At all.
Yeah, it doesn't work for Sprint, but again, full waterproofing and a headphone jack.
Why?
Like, to me, it's like it's a no-brainer. Like, I don't understand why. I understand why, but I don't understand why they wouldn't do a flagship as well. Like, it makes no sense to me because you're trying to compete in this space, right? So it's like, obviously people are going to be excited about this Apple event coming up. Which for some reason I didn't put in the news. I don't know why I didn't.
Did they announce a date?
Yes, they did.
I'm
pulling it up right now. But Apple's really good at driving hype. Samsung's really good at driving hype. And then you have Google, where it's like they were doing good. They were doing really good in terms of competing. And then you kind of have an announcement like this where it just kind of, it was actually hard to find what happened at this event. Whereas like Samsung events and Apple events are plastered everywhere across all. Yeah, it was. It was super buried. Whereas like on an Apple event, you have news articles coming out like weeks after. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is the first event that I did not watch, like sit down and actually watch in a while. Where I literally was like, all right, I'm going to just see what Engadget is like little summaries about.
Yeah. So,
and I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's all the shit we already knew.
Yeah.
What was Josh's question?
If we thought
we're ever going to see the watch,
and if we're ever going to see the watch, which you kind of answered, you said nobody wants it. I think we're eventually going to see it.
I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. I kind of feel like Google is moving away from like experimental wearables. Although, didn't they just buy that glasses company?
Yeah, I don't think they're moving away from it at all.
I mean, I don't think we're seeing it anytime soon, though.
No,
Like I'm talking like 2 years.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Then we have the Pixel 4a 5G. God damn it, dude! None of these companies can fucking name anything. There wasn't a XL model that was mentioned,
Why would
which we
you just
talked
call
about.
it Pixel 4a XL? Why? You know, it's so easy. I know that they need to sell the 5G as a big thing, but fucking consumers are smart enough, right?
Are they?
I don't know. You've dealt with that way
I
more
work
than I
with
have.
consumers every day. I don't think they're the brightest bunch.
Well, all right, then it's our fucking fault.
Or a more affordable take on the Pixel 5, but it's how you look at things. The $499 Pixel 4a 5G surprisingly has many of the same marquee features as its more expensive sibling. Both phones feature the Qualcomm. This is what I'm saying. The Qualcomm 765G processor. They also have the same front and rear cameras. What you won't get with the Pixel 4a 5G is the wireless charging, waterproofing, and 90 hertz display, but it does come with a headphone jack.
I feel like that 90 hertz display is, I think, a pretty fundamentally important part of it, because when I'm looking at reviews, that's what a lot of people are talking about. Once you go above the normal refresh rate, it's hard to go back.
Just, I don't know.
And from what I hear, 90 is the limit, because they have also like 120 and 144 displays, right, on phones.
Yeah, I love my 120.
Oh, there it is, showing off.
No, I 100% like I'm in love with the 120 hertz display, which I never thought I would ever be something that fucking mattered. But
you feel like you notice the difference?
Yes, 100%.
Wow, that's cool. It's impressive.
No, it's just super smooth, and it's, I don't know, it's almost that casino thing that they go on with smartphones in terms of like making everything like addicting for you to use, like the colors that they use, right? The sounds that they use. And I think the 120 hertz just, I don't know, I think it's minor, but it is noticeable. Like, it is something where, again, I bought a $2,000 flagship, foldable new tech phone, and I wouldn't expect anything less on it. Whereas this, I feel like, again, just going back to it, I feel like they could have made this one phone. They could have made this one phone and then done like a flagship. I feel like it's a missed opportunity from Google.
I feel like the 4A 5G is such a mystery of like, why'd you do this phone?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even that much bigger, right?
No, it's not. And then it's I don't have the screen. No, it's the same size. The only difference, the only difference is the wireless charging, the waterproofing, and the 90 hertz display. And then this one has a headphone.
And then
to me, it's just it's weird because yes, I get the need, and there definitely should be these middle tier phones, but it's like that's not what people are exciting. People are buying the Fold. Like, people are buying $2,000 phones. Like, people want this new tech. It's the same reason I switched from Apple to Samsung. Apple to Android.
Sorry, just to clear this up. So the one I have, the 4A, is 5.8 display. Then the 4A 5G is a 6.2 display, and then the 5 is a 6-inch display. Okay. So they're all different sizes,
I guess.
So you are. I mean, you don't have to guess. It's 0.2.
No, I know, but it's.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's.
I get you. I appreciate the fact check.
50% bigger.
I appreciate the fact check. But I don't know. To me, it's just like, that's not what's getting people excited. Like, people are buying like these expensive phones for a reason. Like, they care about it. They care about having the top specs. Like, there are people out there who, like, I get it, that don't want to spend that much on a phone, which is why this is important. But at the same time, it's like, if you're trying to compete, like, you got to have this stuff because it's selling. That's why you hear Apple, which we'll talk about in a little bit, trying to get into foldable phones, is because the Fold 2 is selling. Like, there's noticeable interest in the Fold 2 this year.
Yeah, but then you look at the prices and it's like, so you got my phone for $350, right?
Yeah.
Then you got the 4A 5G for $500, and then for $700 you have the Pixel 5, and these are obviously the base level versions. You can go up higher with them.
Yeah,
that's a good price range.
It is. It's a fantastic, and what you get for that price range is really good.
Yeah. So I gotta imagine, like, how are you seeing sales of these? Are these phones flying?
To be honest, I don't. I mean, you get the person who comes in every once in a while looking for the Pixel, but
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, I think I've had more interest in, of course, like Samsung or Apple, and to be honest, I've had more people interested in the Fold. Again, that's anecdotal, um, but yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to me that they decided to go with this route. I wonder if the strategy is going to pay off. Maybe they sell more phones. So I could be wrong.
I mean, they have to sell more phones, though, right? To even up.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, but that's the thing. It's unclear.
Jeez.
And then we
Do
got
you
the
realize you
Chromecast.
can buy all the phones for cheaper than the cost of your phone?
What was that?
Give me 1 second. Someone's knocking.
Nah, you're good. So I'm just gonna fill time here. Yeah, and then we got the Chromecast, which we talked about a little bit. Google's new Chromecast comes with the remote. It's a pretty stylish remote. Let me see if I can get some images up here. I don't know. This is one thing that we were talking about a lot of is the need for a remote. I think this is a good move on their part in terms of adding the remote.
Jesus Christ, you're reading so slow. I get you needed to fill time, but
No. I'm saying to me, I've been saying they needed to add a remote to appeal to the mass display because every time I've talked to somebody about the Chromecast and like the differences between like the Fire TV and then the Roku, they always go with one of the two because it has a remote. So obviously mass appeal. It was smart to add the remote.
Yeah, I feel like it takes some learning to like actually figure out how to live without a remote. But I like that they have an alternative with a remote. Granted, I'm not gonna ever use that actual remote. I'll just incorporate it to the Harmony remote I have.
Yeah, you weren't able to integrate your Harmony remote into the current Chromecast, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't think it does integrate.
Yeah, so that's the thing is like already
But
right there. That's an advantage.
I feel like it used to. I remember before I could use my Harmony remote to like pause videos that I was watching, and then that seemingly disappeared.
Yeah. So this is the new Chromecast right here, new interface as you see.
Yeah, 8 cheeks. I could buy all 3 of these phones for $18.50.
That's so funny. I mean, yes, I get it's egregious.
Yeah.
It is an egregious price for a phone, but again, it's new tech.
But it's also really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Really fucking cool.
But
I think that's the difference is what I'm saying, where it's like these phones exist because they're trying to come in as budget friendly as possible. This is cool looking.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool looking. Obviously, you're gonna get 4K HDR through this one, which Apple's already trying to combat in terms of making the Apple TV like for their actual stuff 4K HDR. I don't know. I like seeing new dongles. I like seeing new tech, but to me,
it's cheap too.
Yeah, but
$50 again. You're walking into a place where it's like, whoa.
Again, for most people though, other than like our cases where we have the Hue Sync box, I don't know. A lot of this stuff's built on. I don't know why you would want this other than you don't have a smart
That's
TV.
hard to use. Here's the thing,
dude. I love the LG interface. The LG WebOS
I
is my favorite interface.
Cheeks, you can't be like, for most people, except for us, because we've got the Hue Sync box, and it's like, also you have to remember that like we also understand, like when we got the controllers and started moving around, I was like, oh, it's like a mouse. We're fine, that's perfect. You give it to my mom, but it pisses her off, where she's like, I just want to press the buttons, and it's like, all right, mom.
I mean, you can. That option's there on the remote.
Stop shaking it. But guess the thing, she's older, so she like likes to point like this when she's doing stuff,
that's
and
fine.
it takes over.
The arrow buttons, and you don't have to worry about it.
So you're saying my mom's doing it wrong?
Yes. No, I'm saying when you move it around, if you just press the down button, it takes it away, and you have to press the scroll wheel to bring it up again.
Oh, really? It doesn't pop back up when you keep waving it around?
It doesn't.
All right.
Not after you press the initial button. But anyway. And
a
lot of people like that. Like honestly, it's a big selling point in terms of how awesome WebOS is, and especially with those Magic remotes.
Sure.
Again, that's personally, but again, for $50, if you're looking to just if you have like a bunch of different TVs from a bunch of different TV manufacturers, and you want to kind of make it all one ecosystem, I get that argument too. But there's a back button, mute button. There's Netflix and YouTube buttons on the actual
I
remote
hate how much
itself.
I want to buy this. I hate it.
I
Like
don't understand.
I'm looking right here. They have it available at my Best Buy. I can get it within an hour.
Gonna go get it. Gonna order it right now.
I don't know. Thinking about it. I don't need it. The only thing it would give me is the ability to blade through whatever we want to watch. But I feel like Paula would really enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the downsides of the original Chromecast.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, Google announces a new smart speaker called Nest Audio. Like the Nest Mini, the Nest Audio is covered in fabric. Google outfitted it with a 19 millimeter tweeter and a 75 millimeter mid woofer. The company says the components allow Nest Audio to get 75% louder than the Google Home. It also produces 50% more bass than the speaker. On the device, you'll find LED lights that turn on when you speak to the assistant, but there are also a mute switch on the back of the speaker if you don't want the digital helper turning on by accident. It also comes with a media EQ feature that Google says will automatically tune your Nest Audio depending on what you're listening to, and there's support for multi-room audio starting at $100. Kevin, are you gonna go down this rabbit hole too?
No, I don't.
Nest speakers.
I'm not an audiophile in the sense where like I think that my speakers sound bad.
They look cool. They look good.
Yeah, I just have no need for them. Well, I don't know if I think they look good. I think they look really dumb. They look like fat glasses cases,
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of looks like a Max, kind of. It's cool. They have better quality audio than even the tall boys, right? The original Google Homes, which are supposed to have better audio than any of the little guys.
Yeah. No,
so that's cool. But again, I very rarely we can see all that's on my screen.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, it's cool. So I mean, I don't know. I don't have any need for this. I have all my speakers. I so very, very rarely use the like set them up on all, like have them all playing at once.
Yeah.
In fact, I need to actually do that and then go in and sync them because they're off sometimes. So you have to go in there and like you can offset them so that they all match. But yeah, I don't see any reason to get this.
No, I mean, to me, I see the reason, because if you're gonna buy a smart speaker, you're gonna get the new one. So like, if you don't have a smart speaker,
oh no, yeah, sure. I'm saying like for me in the situation where like I have smart speakers everywhere in my house, why do I need to buy another one? This isn't like it comes with the remote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. So I don't know, underwhelming Google event. But we did get some cool Android news. A new Android feature called Hold For Me, which Google just announced, may just be able to make those phone waits a bit more tolerable. Here's how it works according to Google. If you call a toll-free number and are put on hold, Google Assistant will monitor the call for you while you go back to doing whatever you may do. When a human gets on the line, you'll be notified with the sound, vibration, and notification on the screen while the representative is asked to hold for you while you take the call.
You know what I mean?
If you have any time, if at any time you get nervous and you want to know what's going on, you can monitor what's being said or played via real-time caption on your phone screen. Currently, Hold For Me is an optional feature that can be enabled in Google settings. It can be considered similar to other features Google has introduced to enhance the phone experience, such as call screening, which uses voice transcription to allow you to ask an unknown caller for information before you actually take the call. That exciting announcement. I mean, it's cool.
Here's something every once in a while I have to call someone. Like, who was I on the phone the other day? I think Urban Outfitter. We bought a pillowcase. They kept sending us just one pillowcase. We bought a pillowcase set, and they only sent me one, so I had to call them multiple times.
This is
it's a nice feature, you know. A lot of places though have the like, hey, press 1 and we'll call you back when you wait, like, you know,
don't trust
gotten you.
Don't trust.
Oh, really? I do it every time. Works fine.
No, I've done it. I just don't try. I feel like you get faster if you stay on the line.
Yeah, but like most days I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, well, I mean, with this feature, it's kind of like that. If they don't have the option, you now have the option, which is nice. I like
Actually,
the power move of making them hold for you. You know.
yeah, but like, are they gonna? Because I could see them just hanging up
Yeah, that's true.
and be like, the machine said for me to hold, but
Comcast doesn't give a fuck.
oh,
Thank God.
yeah,
You know, we don't have to deal with Comcast anymore. Isn't
I'm
it?
so happy about that. I hate them.
We never have to call Comcast ever again.
But you know, remember that they announced that there's a feature that will screen calls for you.
Yeah, I brought it up at the end.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe I wasn't listening super hard.
Yeah, so it basically uses voice transcription to allow you to ask the unknown caller for information before you actually take the call.
Right. I feel like that feature was something I had as an option for a little while, and then it just went away. And now I get random calls, and I don't see the option. I'll look more closely, but I remember it being like you could literally just like swipe up or swipe down or something to get it to answer.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it would transcribe everything. It all seemed to work really well. So like, I'm sure this feature will also work well and like cool. Like, yeah, I hate waiting and
yeah,
like on the phone with stupid music going on Bluetooth. And whenever I talk, it gets interrupted.
I like these easy use features, these quality of life features on Android, which seems to be way more prominent there than it is on Apple. So it's a win. I don't know if you're interested in that. That's now available. Speaking of not now available, the RTX 3080 and 3090s. CEO anticipates the shortages to last till 2021. If you're looking to get your hands on an NVIDIA RTX 3080 or 3090 graphics card, you're probably going to have to wait till 2021. NVIDIA CEO Jason Hong announced today that the company expects shortages on both graphics cards will continue to the remainder of the year. Tom's Hardware and WCCTF Tech reports during a Q&A with the press to cover the CTG announcements. Hung responded to the continuous shortages for both graphics cards. I believe the demand will outstrip all of our supply through the end of the year. Even if we knew about all the demand, I don't think it's possible to have ramped up that fast, Hung said. We're ramping up really hard. Yields are great, and the product's shipping fantastically. It's just getting sold out instantly. NVIDIA apologized for the RTX 3080 with a limited supply of cards. This has been a big controversy. Also, the 3000 series, the 3070, is expected to launch on October 29th. They pushed that back just to not have this shit show again.
It'll happen again though, right? Like there's nothing they can do to stop it. It's as soon as it goes up, everyone's going to try to get it. Because you got to imagine all the people that, sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, but I was going to say, you got to imagine all the people that didn't get the 3080 are going to be like, well, this one's cheaper. Might as well get this one for now. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be sold out as well. Now I do have some insider information. October 20th, be checking Best Buy's website if you're looking at the 3080 or the 3090.
Well,
just a heads up.
Can you back that up with science? Yeah, I mean, you got proof or what's up, man?
They're going to go fast, but the October 20th, apparently there's another drop coming. So if you're in the States or Canada, Best Buy, check on that day. I don't know about other retailers. So there's a little tip right there for you for listening to Tech Fever. Tell your friends to watch us. You know what I mean? Don't tell them the information.
Every once in a while.
Don't tell them the information. They got to find it out through watching us.
Yeah,
that was a shit
man,
show.
You want a 3080? Watch this episode. Maybe he says something in there,
huh? It is a shit show. That was a shit show, just like the PlayStation 5 pre-orders.
But I mean, here's just think: was it a shit show or just pre-orders are shit shows?
I mean, the PS5 thing was the shit show, and this because nobody got information on really when this was going live or how pre-orders were working. That's why you weren't able to pre-order.
That only makes it worse, right? Isn't that the PlayStation was a shit show because everyone was told, "Oh, tomorrow you'll be able to buy it," right?
And then all the retailers broke embargo. Every single
right, sure. And then. Well, when one person breaks embargo, we all got to go. You know what I mean? And then
can't stop all of us.
And Nvidia was a shit show for the opposite thing. Because they were like, hey, it's going to be Tuesday, 9:00. And then all the bots got it, right?
Well, that and you couldn't pre-order before. Like, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that was a show, actually.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think
like,
that's what it
and
was.
guess what? Xbox, also a shit show, right?
Less of a shit show. But I think there's less people buying an Xbox. You know what I mean?
Because it sucks. Am I right? PlayStation all the way. No, but like, I think it was also a shit show. Like everywhere shit shows.
So I don't know. I'm actually want to get one of these for the new PC build that I'm trying to do. So we'll see.
What size are you trying to get?
A 3080.
You're crazy.
Well, because I was gonna get the 2080. You know.
Yeah.
So might as well do the 3080 if I can get my hands on it. Who knows?
Sure.
October 20th.
Yeah.
Fossil's new Wear OS watches are smaller and more affordable. Fossil's, you're a big Fossil user, so I threw this in there. New Gen 5e smartwatches are pared down versions of last year's Gen 5 series, but they come in more sizes and more affordable prices, as well as 3 new 44mm styles. The new Gen 5e is also available in 42mm size, which features smaller bezels to maintain the same 1.19-inch OLED display. Both sizes of the Gen 5e will retail for $249 compared to the $295 price and Gen 5. So, I mean, I kind of thrown this in here because like you use a Fossil watch. For anybody who was expecting, if anybody was expecting the Google Watch announcement and didn't get it and are looking to get a smartwatch, how do you like that, Fossil? I know we've talked about it, but
I legitimately love it. It does everything I need it to do. It has 2 programmable buttons, one on the bottom, one on the top. I guess, and then the third button it'll just take you into the menus. But I've programmed it so you can press it and Google Pay pops up, and then I can just tap it against something. Now, Google has its own like Google Pay option where you can scroll down and it's got the little menu. And one of the buttons used to be Google Pay. But if you do that, you have to lock your watch. And I don't like locking my watch because then I have to go in there and unlock it all the time.
Yeah.
So I just have it programmed to that button for whatever reason that works around it. The other button is a timer. But you can set it to whatever you want. I used to have an app called Look Behind, which would on my watch I could see my cameras from my phone.
So cool.
Yeah, so you've seen me do this, right? Like put my phone behind something and I could like see it, but it doesn't seem like it's supported anymore, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, you used it when you were in here trying to fix something for us.
Yeah, and I could see that the HDMI was flipped the other way. So when I was going to plug it in, I could just turn it and actually fit inside.
Cool tech. But yeah, these budget models are reduced to 4 gigabytes compared to 8 gigabytes, and there's no ambient light sensor, no altimeter, and no compass. So doesn't seem like you're missing out on a ton. I mean, it's a bummer there's no compass or the ambient light sensor.
I feel like the ambient light meter is the only thing that I care about there, where it's like I like for it to dim itself appropriately for how bright the room is or isn't, you know.
$250 is super like reasonably priced though.
What was it at before? $350, right?
$295 for the Gen 5. I think it was $350 the previous generation.
Okay.
But
I have the Gen 5 right now.
Yeah.
That's the one I have right now.
Correct.
It works great. Before that, I had the Gen 3.
Super reasonably priced. This isn't like Fitbit range of reasonably priced, and you're getting a lot more on the Fitbit, in my opinion, in terms of the features and the style of it. I like the Fossil watches better than the Fitbits, but super cool. I mean, especially when the Galaxy watches are,
just utter trash.
$400 for a Galaxy watch.
Utter trash. They have such a bad OS. Like most Samsung's products do, you know?
But people love them.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Well, here's the thing about these watches. The band, just use a normal band. So this band that I have on there, when I originally got it, was a rubber band. But I switched it I went on Amazon, looked up 22 millimeter bands, and I just got an $11 one and I switched it out and it works great. And I like this all metal design. That's why I'm not all about the like the rumored Pixel Watch because it was this rubber thing that clearly didn't use the metal like the standard band. You know?
Yeah. Hey, can you change the bands on those?
I just explained that.
But I never see bands for those. Is it like third-party bands?
I literally just explained all of this.
Sorry, I was looking up.
I said you go on Amazon and buy any 22 millimeter band.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, and that's why they're so nice and so easy because a lot of times companies put antennas and shit in there, and they'll have rubber bands that you can't get rid of. But Fossil doesn't do that, and I really appreciate it. So as long as Fossil keeps making these with the bands are easy to remove, I'll keep buying them. You know?
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be a huge jump in anything here.
No. Just more affordable. $45 cheaper.
Yeah. It even uses the same processing chip, right?
Yeah, and different sizes. That's like the main.
But I mean, slightly smaller because the last one I think was 45.
Correct, but but you have an option for a 44 and then a 42.
Yeah, but
no, I get what you're saying. It is smaller.
It does look cool though because the metal has the little teeth on there, and it doesn't do anything like the Samsungs. They have it so you can turn the ring on top, and that controls their stupid OS,
which I like. I do like the ring. I do like having the ring.
No, what's I'm saying. The ring is useful, but with the Fossil ones, you don't actually utilize the ring, and they have a lot of options and colors. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So
I don't like this silver, half gold one. Like that goes straight to hell. Commit to like just only gold. You know.
I also don't like the leather band. Leather band looks cheap. But
it looks like a leather band. But again, you can take that off and put it on any other leather band you want off Amazon.
True. That is a nice feature. Apple has set the date for its latest iPhone debate. The new device, rumored to be called the iPhone 12, is expected to include a super fast 5G wireless connectivity and a new iPad-inspired design. And it will be unveiled October 13th at 10 a.m. So another Apple event coming our way. There's no word yet, of course, on price or release date. None of that has been leaked or rumored. I don't know. Keep your eye out if you're an Apple fan. I'm interested to see what they unveil and see the differences in terms of. I don't know. I feel like this point on
next
phones.
Monday?
Yes, next Monday.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, Monday.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, that's Monday, right?
Yeah,
that's Monday.
No, we got it.
Nailed it. I feel like phones at this point are just getting so it's so good already. I don't know what you can do other than like doing what LG and Samsung are trying to do in terms of. I think the folding thing is the next thing. I legitimately think the folding thing is the next big thing.
But the big rumor is that they're going to come out with an iPhone Mini, right?
Correct. That is one of the rumors that they're going to have
12 Mini, cheaper, normal, like a smaller size phone. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean they're doing interesting things, but it's not exciting. Like, yeah, it's smaller and it's cheaper, but like, I don't know. I feel like we haven't had like exciting smart tech since like smartphone tech since like the folding thing. Like I said, I think the folding thing. I
don't think it's the year to release a 2000, like like a very expensive phone. Because like people are not having a great time keeping their jobs, and
I get the argument too. I definitely understand
apart,
that. Yeah, I do understand that as well. But that didn't stop Samsung. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did not. You're right.
The world's most expensive phone. But and then there's a rumor going around right now. An Apple patent application published yesterday reveals an idea for a foldable smartphone that would include a self-healing display cover, allowing the device to repair dents and scratches covering the screen. The application, spotted by patently Apple, was officially filed by Apple in January. As Apple wrote in the patent application, the proposed concepts display would allow this device to repair itself without the user having to manually intervene. In theory, the foldable self-healing display could activate automatically, such as when the device is being charged or scheduled. It would use the heat, light, and electric current to repair protective layer above the screen. The patent application also says the hypothetical device's screen cover may include a layer of elastomer that can use and regain its shape to keep the sensitive inner workings of the device protected. This is what I'm saying. I feel like we're at a point where nobody's getting excited about these phones anymore. So I feel like this is the next thing.
Kevin.
This is the next thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the exciting tech that I think is going to kind of push smartphones into the next direction where people are more excited about it. Because again, with the cameras and the processors and the everything on smartphones, I feel like you can get the same, like on whether you go Android or Apple. To be honest, 100%, whether you go Android or Apple, you're getting a lot of the same features. So seeing this Apple have to like play with the idea of doing a foldable phone is exciting. Just imagine getting like an iPad in your pocket. Awesome. Got it. Cutting here. We are going to be cutting here, ladies and gentlemen. Paulo Coelho just hopped on a call. It's all right. This is what Tech Fever is about. I don't know if I'm going to cut this out. I don't know if I'm just going to keep you entertained. Here talking about, you know, the excitingness of Apple possibly jumping into the foldable phone game. It excites me personally. Okay, and we're back. So, Kevin, I kind of gave my thoughts on the Apple patent on the foldable phone, which we've known we were doing. They've been doing for a while, like at least experimenting or playing with the idea. But with having it a self-healing screen is interesting. And also, like I was saying before, this is the most interesting tech in terms of like getting people excited now because smartphones are all kind of the same at this point.
I wholeheartedly agree that this is very exciting. And when I look at my phone now, my very, very new phone, I can see there's already little nicks on it. And it would be really cool if that it would just heat itself up and just get rid of all these little tiny nicks and bumps that are in there, along with the giant crack. Yeah. But like that's a different conversation. The giant crack's probably gonna stay there. Also, obviously, like iPhone, Apple adopting a format like a foldable screen, I think gets it way in mainstream. It makes it the new it thing for phones. So I'm all about them adopting it.
That's what I'm thinking. Because at this point, I hope it happens. What else can we get on a fucking smartphone? You know what I mean? Other than like what I was talking about with the when we got the rumor of the S20 Ultra, the dock that like lets you plug it into like a monitor and you can turn it into like a PC. I think that'd be cool. But again, that's super, super niche. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where else they could take it. And again, foldable phones, I think, is the next wave. To be honest, to get people excited, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. The idea of like a tablet always accessible to you sounds cool, you know?
Yeah, and like
I mean, they live in that world right now.
That's why I moved over. It's because I've been so bored. Because like again, with the smartphones, you can only take it so far. There's only so much you can do with what we have at the moment.
Apple announces this next year. You moving back? You sliding back over?
Possibly. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for it. I wanted exciting tech. I do like my Fold though. I do really enjoy it. So, I mean, maybe in another 2 years, I'll let what Gen 1 kind of play out and hop on Gen 2.
Really?
Is what I'm thinking, at least for Apple. You know, I did that on Samsung.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you don't know what it's going to look like. They might give you a bullshit front display, just like Samsung did. But, oh man, imagine the folding Retina display.
I don't know if that technology can exist, though. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know. It's exciting. But yeah, so that to me, that's the next big thing. You have the Yale smart locks, correct, Kevin?
Yeah, bunch of them.
So have you seen the smart delivery box?
I haven't, but I heard the story and that made me immediately think that's probably not great. the fact that it's the manufacturer of those like plastic, like kids' toys.
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna do? Well,
here's the thing.
let me kind of talk about it for a second before you jump into it.
All right, sure.
Yale's Smart Delivery
Go ahead.
Box, which first was announced at CES earlier this year, is now available for purchase. The box, which is designed to sit on your porch as a safe place for packages to wait for you until you retrieve them, is available in 2 different designs, ranging in the price from $229.99 and $329.99, depending on whether you want the Yale Smart Keypad. The idea behind the box is to prevent theft, the dreaded porch pirate, or to prevent damage to your deliveries from rain, snow, or other inclement weather. Yale is also offering an insert to help keep perishables cold in the box. I've been testing so this one's from The Verge. He's actually had hands-on with it. He's been testing the Smart Delivery Box on his own porch for the past 5 days, and while I appreciate what it's trying to do, I don't think it's currently worth the price of admission. The box itself is a plastic container made by Step 2, which is better known for its slides and playground equipment. It's roughly 24 inches wide and 14 inches deep by 20 inches tall. With the hinged lid, the word delivery stamped on the front, Yale says is designed to fit in most packages based on the data from package deliveries. But if you have something really large or oddly shaped, it won't fit in the box. What makes it smart is the smart cabinet lock that comes with it. If you snap the lock into place and use the Yale Access app on your phone to name it and control it, it works just like one of the Yale smart locks. Once you've set up the lock on your phone, you can unlock it through your phone. You can unlock it through the app or a voice assistant, or have it automatically unlock whenever you close the lid. If you opt for the key bag, you can use the PIN code to unlock the box without having to use your phone. Yale says battery life is about 6 months, and there's an optional setting to have it auto unlock should the battery be nearly dead. The app also will alert you when the battery is low. What do you think? Because this is something that I think is beneficial, but like you said, I don't know about it, again, this Gen 1 kind of tech.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. If someone's going to steal a package, you don't think they're going to steal this whole box?
It's a bigger step, if you have like something small and they could just go up and like take it, it's less noticeable than going up and taking that big. Look how big that thing is.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you pick that up.
Sure. Yeah,
Pack full of gifts,
You definitely can, but I don't know.
I don't know. This I can see why this could be useful, but I also think that like it's not like it's making it so people like it says deliveries on it. I feel like it's saying deliveries is counterintuitive.
Yeah, I mean,
it
has a lock. I bet you can track it, right? I mean, if it has a tracking system on it as well.
Sure. Yeah. You have a Nest camera set on it too. You can see it. And I don't know. This feels like a very expensive plastic box that like, I don't know if it's going to be worth the money.
Yeah. I mean, I see why, but I mean, theoretically you can like have it like screwed down, right? You can add some brackets and screw it down into the concrete or against the house.
Well, there's a picture of it where you can see it looks like there's a shot directly into it, and it looks like there's either a hole for water to drain out or possibly for you to shove a screw with a bolt on it. But like people aren't going to do that,
But like if you wanted to, it's there. And then like that takes care of the issue of people just walking up with it.
I feel like to get someone to come over and drill a hole, unless you know how to drill I know that sounds mundane, but like unless you feel comfortable drilling a hole in your porch, you're gonna have to hire someone, right? Yeah, see right there.
I mean, not if you're Kevin Coello, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, sure, but like I'm not getting this because I have plenty of cameras, and if someone steals something, paintball gun,
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Like, what if you're not home? They could just take it. I mean, I guess you're home all the time.
I'm home all the time now. Yep. I know this is gonna end, but it hasn't yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a workaround for that if that is what you're worried for. I mean, I like the idea of it. I've had a couple packages stolen. So, I don't know.
For reals?
Yeah.
Maybe if you install that Ring camera, that wouldn't be so much of a problem.
Again, there's somebody's account on that, so not really a way around that.
Hey man, someone left it here. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean?
I know, but
just reset it. Just hold down the power button. That always does it.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Same thing with Apple phones, huh? Just hold down the power button. So if you're interested in protecting your packages, that's a great way. Now let's jump into some listener questions, Kev.
Ooh, how exciting!
So Samson L says, "Hello, dudes. Sam XL from Twitter here. My question for the show is: if a wizard came and segregated all the people into islands based on certain ecosystems, Apple, Google, Amazon, which island would have the best civilization?"
I feel like did we not talk about this? Yeah, we did, right?
No,
I feel like we did this topic.
no, we did the topic
It was
of
like Samsung does a lot of weird shit. Not weird shit. Samsung does a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're going to an island and it's all Google products, only Google products is what I'm assuming they're saying. You're kind of fucked on the fridge,
yeah,
on the stovetop. Like Samsung's got all of that covered. LG to an extent also has a lot of that covered too, right?
Yeah, but you don't.
But then you're dealing with Bixby all day, and it's like fucking blow my brains out.
At that point, you just go LG. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for like fridges and shit, yeah, I feel like there's only a couple options.
ThinQ or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but like they go Google Assistant, like they integrate Google Assistant and everything.
Yeah, but that doesn't work. You can't allow that on your island.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not saying that you could use that for the Google supplement for the fridges. I don't know. Yeah, I think Samsung's the one that got this beat. They have everything,
right? I mean, it's just and like I feel like that's kind of breaks down the question in a way that it wasn't intended to. But yeah, I mean, Samsung has more diversity in products, and that's
laptops.
Unfortunately what you want to do.
QLED laptops, QLED TVs, sound bars, security systems.
No Wi-Fi though. You know what I mean? Everything's wired in.
That's true. You would have to wire it in.
Yeah. Right. They don't own any company, right?
I mean, if it was just for like sheer product and not like survival, I'd probably say Amazon, right?
Not a chance in hell. I'd go Google all the way. You know that.
Yeah, but like they would have the better one. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's an opinion.
Is it?
Does Samsung own any lighting? Because now I'm trying to see how many pieces I can get into this pie.
That's the issue. The lighting was the big one. What if we just say Philips?
Samsung doesn't own
any lighting. We just do
lighting.
Philips Hue, and we only have light bulbs on this island.
Wait, what?
I said, what if we just go Philips Hue? Say Philips Hue,
and it's just all lighting.
Just lighting.
You'll starve to death, but like every room turns itself on.
Yeah, man.
Or every area of the island turns itself on when you walk.
Motion sensors all over that bitch.
So here's the thing: GE's light thing. That has nothing to do with Google, right? Google just keeps randomly pushing it.
Correct. That has nothing to do with Google. Partnership.
Do partnerships count? Can you hear him squeaking?
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fucking Tech Fever. Nobody gives a fuck.
No. I'm more concerned on why the broadcast isn't working with the audio. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. I mean, if partnerships count, then I mean, pretty much any of these would have Philips Hue, would have, you know.
So obviously they don't count.
Then if you go connect, like interconnect, then it really is preference. So I would say they don't count. But you can have a Chromebook, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Samsung would take that by far. And then we have Michael Pena writing in. Greetings, my dudes. I started listening to your podcast recently and I love it. Again, reviews are in. Tell your friends. You know what I mean? If you listen to the show, tell somebody else to listen to it. You know what I mean? And then we spread that way like a pyramid scheme.
That's right. Bring in 2 friends. They bring in 2 friends. Soon as we got 6 friends.
And then we'll make you a partner for every friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. For everyone gives us $1, we'll give you a penny.
Tech Fever LLC. You guys have great banter, and your appreciation for smart home accessories speaks to me. Google Home Max is the best speaker I've used. I have a podcast question for y'all. My buddy and I want to dabble in podcasting and are at an impasse. Do you know of any mixers or software that can handle multiple USB microphones? We both have USB mics, Blue Yeti, and recently discovered how to set up a 2 mic input via GarageBand, and the best audio levels, at best, audio levels are inconsistent. All the videos on YouTube say to use a mixer, but I haven't found anything that works with USB mics. We eventually want to have a 3rd or 4th mic setup, but having having two is our biggest concern. I know we might have to convert to XLR mics, but I think it's silly investing in new mics when we already have two perfectly good working ones. The one thing I don't like about our current mics are the mini USB and USB-A inputs, them being 5 to 6 years old. Am I just being dumb? If I have to invest in new mics, is there any budget ones y'all would recommend? Any recommendations would be appreciated. Gracias and Pina. Kevin.
This is a tricky one.
Yeah, I haven't found any solutions because I started off with USB microphones. I was in the same boat as you, Michael. I couldn't find anything that works well. I know GarageBand does the 2 mic input, but honestly, when you are going 3 or 4 mics, it doesn't work. There's not going to be any mixers that do USB microphone mixing. You're pretty much pigeonholed into doing XLR mic.
But here's the thing: what if they have like their normal setup where that records one person, and like this is me just trying to be as economical as possible, and then you have a laptop that has the other Yeti mic going into it. You roll audio, clap sync, bring in the audio separately, match it up. What are your thoughts on that?
You're saying record it into like 2 different PCs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way. If you have access to 2 different PCs, if you only have one, you're kind of SOL.
Yeah.
But that is a good way you do audio sync clap. Now, here's my question: are you trying to keep it all into one? Run your podcast through your computer, or is it something where you would edit it later? If it's a edit it later your case, then you can go a cheaper way. You can get one of these Zooms, which I used for a very long time, early days in the channel. With these Zooms XLRs, you basically have all the recording. This is basically your mixer right here. Run 2 XLRs. You can do the pod mic from Rode, which I believe is $100. Yeah, it's $100 for the mic. You can probably catch them on sale at some time. Use Honey. Try to get a discount using Honey. Or the AT2020s, the Audio Technicas.
Oh.
Right.
Cecil's crying a lot.
How much are the AT?
Yeah, the AT2020s, which are XLR.
They're 119.
But they require phantom power. So what you're gonna have the issue with the Zoom, which has phantom power. I'm all aware. Let me get there. Is you're gonna kill those batteries fast. So you're gonna have it hardwired into the wall.
Correct. Yeah, and it does come with the hardwire option. That's probably the most economical way I'd recommend is you get one of these for like $100, and then you can get 2 pod mics. Or you can do the AT2020s. I'd probably recommend a pod mic, the Rode pod mic. I can see if I could pull it up for you right here.
Have you ever played with one?
I haven't. I've actually been thinking because I don't want to shell out the money for the Shure SMB7 quite yet. Just because they are great. But I did hear an audio comparison on YouTube of the two, and the pod mic gets pretty damn close.
That's really cool.
But I don't like the look of it, at least from the rear perspective, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I do. I do know what you're saying.
Hold on.
I have a really good image from the rear perspective, if you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
To you now.
Look, so here's this thing on camera. Like if you're doing it to where they're kind of angled, it doesn't look too bad. But like from our setup where you're shooting from the back, yeah. That's a good one, Kev.
See the image there I sent you.
Working on it.
Oh, he's taking his time.
Yeah,
he's downloading it. Oh, now there it is. It's my face.
There we go.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that looks terrible, but to each their own.
Well, I don't think it looks terrible on the mic arm. Honestly, you can get like a $30 mic arm on Amazon too if you wanted to do it that way. Since it's just 2 of you at the moment. But the way that we have it on the stands, on the mic stands, I don't like how far that sticks out, the XLR, the back of the XLR. So if you're doing it from the head on, it doesn't look great. So that's the one thing keeping me from it. Unless I can figure out some kind of casing.
The Zoom that you have, that has 4 inputs natively, and then you can add an additional 2. Is that correct?
Mine has 2 inputs natively. Now you can get the Zoom 6.
H6, yeah.
Yeah, the H6.
Which I think it's called H6N now. Maybe that might even be old. It's been a while since we've used our Zoom.
H6. Let me see here. Yeah, so the H6 is going to be the one that you're looking for. At that price, you can probably get a mixer. To be honest.
Yeah, that's 6 inputs is what $300. What I'm seeing. You could probably go with a smaller. Like, what Zoom do you have?
I have the H2, I believe. Old.
How much that retail for?
I believe it's like $100. Let me check. So this is the H6 right here.
Oh my god, they have an H8 with 8 inputs. Looks like you can buy. No, I'm not seeing the. Are they still making the H2?
Sorry, it's the H5, I believe.
Okay, the H2 is 169, but that is not what you want. That has no XLR inputs. It's just 2 mics.
You can also do the mixer that we use, the Behringer. Let me see if I can get it.
But like, I get where that's a lot of work.
No, it's
like the first time you plug in a mixer, I feel like there is a level of stress that is very much justifiable.
Yes, but honestly, through USB input, yeah, I mean that's $250. So your best way is going with Zoom, to be honest, because the soundboard,
Your cheapest option.
Yeah, your cheapest option, unless you want to do a 2-channel Behringer mixer, that's USB and that's like $60. But again, that's going to be 2 channels. So if you're trying to future-proof yourself a little bit, you could do the Zoom, or do the soundboard, one of the Behringer mixers, and then that way you can future-proof yourself. So that way you can have it feeding live into your PC. But I think that's the cheapest way. You just get 2 pod mics and a Zoom, and I think you're pretty much off to the races. XLR cords aren't that much, and then if you want mic stands like the arms, they're not. You can get like the newer one, which is what I'm using right here. It's not the best, but I mean it gets the job done. And those are like $30 on Amazon. That would be the most efficient way, I'd say.
Oh, will it sound the best?
Yeah, it would.
It would sound fine.
Pod mics are awesome.
But you gotta play with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean this is all a learning curve.
Absolutely.
In terms of getting it down, I mean it's taken 5 years of playing around to get to the point where we're at, and we're not even that good at the point that we're at. So it's definitely a learning curve.
Oh, great! I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I wonder, can you bring in multiple? You can't bring in multiple Yeti mics into OBS, right?
No, because it reads.
But can you bring in one of these mics, a Wave 3, and a Yeti as 2 different sources?
Possibly, but then you get sound differential.
If it's picking up the other noise, you set the gate lower or higher.
It is an interesting question. I haven't played around with 2
I mean,
mics.
I've tried to figure this out myself in real life, and I've had a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, me as well. So
yeah, where it is tricky. Yeah, a mixer makes things a lot easier.
It looks like
B&H. Then you have to learn how to use a mixer.
B&H has the H6. If you want to do it to where there's more than just 2 people. Actually, Guitar Center has it right now for $250.
It's not cheap though.
Yeah, but
because you still got to buy the $100 mics. So you're talking about like a $450 setup plus taxes on everything.
$450 for a mic setup's not terrible. And what's nice about this one is it's portable, so you can take it wherever.
Sure.
Yeah,
but don't forget to plug it in, otherwise it'll drain so fast.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're looking to do it, I feel like $500 isn't a terrible price. Like just
but then are they only doing audio?
I mean, if you're doing video, just use your phone. Just use your phone, and you can get some free editing software, like the DaVinci from Blackmagic. Download that bad boy.
I'm hearing a lot of positive things about DaVinci.
Yeah, I actually have it downloaded. I haven't been able to jump into it, but it's free. Download it, and then you have your video editing software. You sound like you're on Mac, so you can even use iMovie, even though it's not the best, but you can use iMovie for just your basic needs, for syncing up the audio and the video. Do a little audio sync clap, and $500. I mean, you got your podcast going.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd recommend. Again, I know that's not the most.
Or what about using the Yeti mic switched over to the stereos option?
You can do that as well.
Because they have that right
Yes,
now.
they do have that right now. So if you are using it, you can do it to where you set the mic in between you and your friend. But it's still not the best because you want a mic. The closer the mic, the better the audio.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But here's what I'm saying: they put an auxiliary cable splitter coming out of it. You know how on the bottom of the Yeti mics they have you can plug in the headphones so you can hear yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Split it. They're both plugged in, so at least they'd have some sense of when their audio is coming in. I feel like that is the easiest option to start now. You do that for 6 months, and like you at that point, you're more committed, and you can put in $500,
correct,
and upgrade your stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to see if you can keep the consistency if it's something that you want to do.
Because I gotta tell you, sometimes your friend hits you up and it's like, "Hey man, what time do you want to do it today?" And you're just sitting there like, "I don't want to do this. How do I get out of it?" But like you're too committed,
to it. What 50 episodes or 30 episodes in? 32 episodes?
Oh yeah, for this show, cool.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Sometimes you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's what we recommend. I mean, that's the last of our listener questions for the day. Kevin, you have anything else to add for the day on Tech Fever, this here podcast?
I'm just saying,
extremely long.
Whenever possible, go with the absolute cheapest option first. Try it out. And like as you learn, you're gonna be like, these are the things that I can't fucking stand. So these are the things that I should invest in to fix my problem. You know what I'm saying, Cheeks?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And the next thing you know, you're $10,000 deep. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, Jesus!
It's all right. I like our setup. You know what I mean? It took a while. Josh. I started just like you, and then I eventually.
Yeah, but he also like gets 65-inch confidence monitors that he doesn't need 65-inch confidence monitors for.
I didn't buy it just for this. That's a TV I had. I upgraded my TV to an OLED, and then now I have a 65-inch. It's not a confidence monitor.
Okay, I mean that's what I've seen it. I guess you're right. It's the what do you even call that? The
display
where
monitor.
You can show people. Is that right? I don't know.
Who knows?
Heads up monitor? No,
show monitor?
I don't know. It doesn't need to be 65 inches. All I'm saying, but I'm glad you upgraded your other TV.
It's so big.
Yeah, it's funny to walk around it because you use it on the same kind of platform that we have at the studio with wheels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So ridiculous.
Love it. When I got into Kind of Funny, took notes. I just
you certainly it does look like you took notes. Brick background, LEDs on your desk.
Background. You guys not
TV on the
front. You have an LED background.
Well, now, but you remember when you used to watch our show? It was bricks.
Yeah, but brick looks the best.
It's got a lot going on,
We'll upgrade one day. You know what I mean?
I'm kidding, dude. It looks great.
No, this is the issue with me. I always try. I'm never satisfied.
I think the issue with you is that you let me egg you on, and then puts you in a bad place of you're sitting there going I could see your eyes being like, he's right.
It is a lot going on.
The background is a lot going on. What can I do?
No, I like the brick background.
Good.
I like the gray brick, like in the old place that we used to do. I like that background a lot better, but I could only find the red, which is upsetting. I like the gray brick.
You should hit me up. I got a pickup truck. We can find it.
Kevin, thank you for joining me today on Tech Fever. If you got a question, again, keep them coming. Keep sending them in. TechFeverPodcast@gmail.com. Tell a friend. Tell 2 friends. Let people know we are growing. The Tech Fever Nation is going strong, and soon it will be a Tech Fever empire. You know what I mean?
Do we want to move away from the Fever branding? You know what I mean?
No, but this is a great time.
I feel like a hard time for you to be tweeting out hey, we got the fever. Click here to get it too.
Of the fever.
Saw that tweet and I was like, maybe I shouldn't retweet that one.
It's a great year to start a podcast that is named after an illness, an element.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
That's I'm hearing you. I don't know if I know what you mean, but I'm hearing you.
If you out there also want to get your friends sick with the fever, Let them know. I like it. I like Sick with the Fever. Let them know. TechFeverPodcast at youtube.com/play everything. Get them in. Get them sick. Kevin Coello. You can follow Kevin Coello at Kind of Funny Kevin on Twitter. You can keep up to date on his show over at youtube.com/Kind of Funny screencast that goes live on Fridays. They talk about all the entertainment news, and they're going through episode by episode of The Boys every week until The Boys is finished. You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior. You can, again, keep up to date with everything I do right here, youtube.com/play everything. You can listen to all our shows on podcast services, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Leave a review. God damn it, leave a review.
Leave a fucking review. What are you afraid of?
I was waiting.
Remember,
for you to
if it's less than 5 stars, you shove that review right up your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give us those 5 stars.
So we can spread.
We do this for you. You do this for us. You know what I mean?
And if you
it's very easy. We do this for you. You do this for us. Very simple.
Some say quid pro quo. You know what I mean?
Quid pro quo. Pro per quid.
But also, if you leave the 5 stars, it helps infect other people with the fever. So that's why we want you to do it.
Gotta move away from that brand.
We got to infect everybody we can with the tech fever. And until next time,
I have the fever.